Sorry, I know that's annoying.
Yeah, we should look at what the cost is. I mean, this happens to us often enough. We should like share, whatever, divvy it up somehow.
Yeah.
Yeah, dividing up the recording too. It's like, you got to listen to two different things.
Right.
It's sort of goofy.
Okay, I think, do you want me to keep going here? Let
Yes.
me see.
Let's see. There we go.
Okay. Oh, wait, now all my options are all crazy. That's okay. Can y'all see me, hear me? You're good?
Sure can.
All right, so another reason is to earn a trip to Victoria. So with this trip, as a leader, you can order a trip. There's different phases you can order a trip. Yeah, you can't order a trip. You have to earn the trip. You can earn a trip.
What?
Order. Didn't you know you just clicked a button? It's just magic. So you can earn a trip, and you can earn the trip, and then also there's the opportunity to earn your airfare as well. So those are some important details that you would want to look into as well.
I just potted them right before you came in.
If anybody has background noise, can you just mute yourselves again? Sorry.
I'm going to go through and mute everyone who's not Carrie Ann for now. Well, I guess it kind of has. Never mind. Everyone else is muted.
Okay.
So, yes. All right. And then free training and business development coaching. So, as a leader, if you noticed when you started, you had Epicure University, and there was a ton of training in there, lots of details. But then above and beyond that, we had training with we have training with Wendy Aspen Curran's group, and then with Dana in the larger group. But then also in the back office, we have leadership training, which is great. And also there are leader level trainings with the home office people. We have Amelia, and then also we have leader trainings with Wendy and with Dana, I believe. So that's another thing that's important. And that's one thing, just really quickly, I'm in corporate training for one of the big 4 consulting firms. And I've been really impressed with the training in the back office of Epicure University. If you haven't gone through all of it, I think it's great. So just from my perspective, that's something that I've been really impressed with. And then so add on to what you've been getting as a consultant and what you get as a leader and above, and it's really great. And it's not just necessarily about your business, but development for yourself as well.
You see the next slide? Oh.
Yeah, sorry. Free season launch kit, another thing I'm excited about. I'm not sure how all that works, but I know that when a new seasonal launch comes out, if you are a leader and above, I believe you get the kit. So you can kind of see in this picture, they got the launch kit. So that's something exciting too. And I'm not sure of the value associated with those, but I mean, it seems pretty significant because we get a lot of product and some of the cookware as well. So that's a fun thing to have some free Epicure on your doorstep.
Wendy said it was upwards of $300 usually worth of stuff.
Okay. That's a lot.
And like twice a year.
That's a nice perk.
Do we know when that starts for us in the US?
That I did get clarified for me, and I can't remember. I think she said something like, let's follow up on that. I thought it was January, but not sure.
I don't know for sure.
We won't hold you. We just wondered if anybody knew or had an idea.
They made it sound like the leaders would get, even though we won't be having the same catalog as Canada, like, so that we won't have the same product offerings until May. So in April would be, when we start to hear about and see that the new catalog is coming, but they actually made it sound like we might, as leaders, get one before that too.
Mm-hmm.
because to kind of like reward us, even though we don't have one, but Canadians are getting new catalogs soon, I think. So
yeah, I made the reference to January, and that could be completely wrong, but I feel like that was from a conversation about that those of us who promoted here in the fall, that was at the time of when the Canadian people, like all the new leaders in like September in Canada, got their fall set of stuff. And it was like, we didn't have that. So it was like we had the same promotion, but there weren't new products for us. So there was some kind of makeup set of stuff we were getting at some point.
Yeah. And Rachel, I think it's Rachel in the comments, asked how many teammates and sales do you need to reach leader? And we're going to get there really shortly. So hang tight on that.
Okay. Okay, and then cash bonuses at every promotion. So that's something that you'd be able to see in your compensation plan book. And there, I believe for leader, also if you make leader within your first 6 months, there's an additional bonus in addition to what is actually in the comp plan. So those cash bonuses, those bonuses are great.
And not to mention that if you promote during your fast start period, it's kind of like, I don't want to call it double bonus time, but you get additional bonuses on top of your regular bonuses in the fast start period as well.
Yes.
Thank you.
Am I right, guys? Yeah.
Yeah. So it's confusing because there are so many bonuses. So ask questions, look at that compensation plan brochure that you got in your business kit, turn to like the middle pages and just look at it and ask questions and read until it makes sense, because anyone can get any of them, and there's some that you can miss if you don't do them within a certain time. So it's just good to have to ask and find out and learn more about that.
Yeah, so definitely on your way to leader, lots of bonuses. You get matching bonuses for when someone on your team under you promotes. So like Dana said, like stupid amount of bonuses, or Deanna said, a stupid amount of bonuses, and it's true. There's lots of bonuses and lots of opportunities there. So lead the change, grow others, and grow yourself. I think this is my favorite part of my business, just because I always try to come from a place of service and mentorship, and I've spent a lot of time in my career on business coaching and helping and coaching others. So this is, I think, my favorite part of the business, aside from, helping my customers, is really watching my team grow, helping them meet their goals, and knowing how we can work as a team to get people to where they want to be.
Awesome. Okay, so moving into with the qualifications, Rachel was asking about this. Now, again, if you're not a numbers person or you're a visual person, this is something I needed to read like 1,000 times before I understood what it meant. But basically, to become a leader, you need, and it's not $1,000, it's 1,000 QV. So this was a PowerPoint I kind of pulled from our back office, but it's 1,000 in personal QV. Okay, so that's like $750 to $800 of your own sales in a month. You need to have 6 people on your team. 4 of those people must be people you personally sponsored or signed up. And you and those 6 people need a total of 6,000 QV in a month. So that's, again, about $4,800 US dollars. So those are the numbers, okay? And you can overcomplicate it, but it's really that simple. Those are the 3 requirements, okay? Questions about that?
There's one clarification I would put. You said that you need 6 people on your team. 6 people qualify, not just there. Mm-hmm.
Right. So for someone to be qualified, that means that they have submitted 250 QV in that month. Okay, so that's about $180 US dollars or so, and then that person counts as a qualified teammate of yours. So we talked about like the big, we just went through 7 reasons what's in it for you, but this is like the numbers reasons. So you go from making 25% commission on everything you sell to 30% commission on everything you sell. And again, I'm just making sure I say this right because I don't know this inside and out, to be quite honest. You get a 3% bonus if you sell. So if you sell 2,000 QV in a month yourself, you're going to get 3% more. So 30 plus the 3. So you can make up to 33% on what you're selling, if that makes sense, as a leader. You get 5% on the sales of your team members. Okay, so I think that kicks, you don't start earning percentages off of your team members until you're an executive consultant, and then same with leader and above. But you can still get bonuses off for having team members, but you actually start making a percentage off of what your team members sell when you're an executive consultant, and then when you're a leader, it's 5% off of their sales. And the rest just gets really confusing.
Is that Rachel? I don't know who Rah 25.
Yeah, I think it's Rachel.
Okay. She asked a good question. Do you need to have a consistent, do this consistently every month, or do you lose your leader status if you don't qualify? You have to qualify 2 out of 3 months to maintain your, to have your leader status. So you can't do it once and then fall off the face of the earth and still get paid this way. You do have, it's about as simple as that, isn't it? I mean, as long as you have qualified 2 out of 3 months, then you'll maintain your leader status, and you can always get it back if you did fall off. But yes, it is a consistency thing. You have to work to get paid.
And then the other thing about that is some of the cash bonuses you get right away. So if you meet let's say you become a senior consultant, which is the first step to becoming a leader, there's actually a cash bonus you can get instantly. If you do that within your fast start, within your first 3 months, there's extra bonuses for promoting. So you could do that once and fall off the face of the earth, and you got a cash bonus for that. But then there's some where you need to, again, do it 2 out of 3 months to get a different cash bonus.
So like the $750, one of the bigger bonuses that you'll run into on the path to leader is the $750 one, and that you do have to do it the 2 out of 3 months to actually get paid that bonus.
So and sometimes examples are helpful. So Carrie Ann and Aletha, they both met their leader numbers in October. So if they meet their leader numbers, so they're a leader, they're called a leader, but if they meet their numbers in either November this month or December again, then they get their cash bonuses. Okay, so that would be doing it 2 months, so October and November or October and December, and then they get the cash bonuses.
Right.
Okay.
And is that the one where it's like, if you it's only like a first shot type thing, like you hit once? Am I thinking of a different one?
All these bonuses are one-time bonuses, except for when you get to the lifestyle bonus, which is at senior director, and that's a annual bonus. Is that what you meant?
Yeah, kind of. I was thinking that, like, if you hit leader once, but then you don't do it for the next 2 months, like you still hit leader, you promoted, right? Like you got that title. But then if you don't do it the next 2 months, you don't get that 750 and you don't get another shot at it. Is that right?
I'm trying to pull up the comp plan while we're talking, but I'm too distracted by talking to you guys. But I swore there was a $350 fast start leader bonus piece that you got right away, and that the 750 was the other one. There's 2 of them, and I thought you got one right away, and the other you had to wait for. Is that not
sure?
I think I know what you're asking, Tiffany, but I don't know the answer to it. So we'll have to ask.
Okay. Yeah.
But I wanted.
Thanks.
Yeah, we'll have to. I know what you mean. So this.
It was the whole thing where you don't want to cheat your way into it because you might lose out on your bonus, actually. Or that whole thing.
Yeah.
Or fudge your way in.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, we'll follow up.
Okay. So this here, if you guys can still see this, this is just a really supposed to be simple example. So consultant A, consultant B. And what I really want you to look at here is the sales, okay? So in both examples, these are two Epicure consultants who are selling 1,000 QV in a month. And again, we said that's like $750 US. So that would be, 2 to 3 cooking classes, I would say, for that number. But the consultant A, she's a consultant, meaning she hasn't ranked, she hasn't advanced in or promoted at all. She doesn't have any teammates, so it's just herself working. And then again, we said our base commission is 25% of our own sales. So she sells 1,000 QV. She makes 25% of that. 25% of US dollars is, she's probably going to make about $200 that month. Okay. Which for many of you, that might be great. Like that might pay for, money towards a trip or your cell phone bill or whatever it is, a credit card. So that there is absolutely nothing wrong with that. But consultant B, again, notice same amount of sales. She still probably did 2 to 3 cooking classes to get that 1,000 QV. But this consultant would be a leader. So they have rank advanced because they have 6 teammates, okay? They've shared the business opportunity is truly the difference between these two consultants. And again, this is where there's so many bonuses and ways to earn extra income that it gets complicated. But you can see all of the this is the minimum of what somebody who would advance to leader would get in a month, okay? Based on all of the promotions. So these abbreviations like EC, that's executive consultant. There's a leader bonus there. You get matching bonuses, which I didn't even include in this 1,900 figure. You're getting percentages off what your teammates are selling, which is not even included in this 1,900. You're getting fast start bonuses if you do this within your first 3 months. And if you become a leader within your first 6 months, you can get that $750 bonus that we talked about. Okay, so sometimes, and in some ways it can be true, sometimes we feel like, oh, being a leader, that means I'm going to be, working 40 hours a week on my Epicure business. And I don't, this is not my full-time job. I have a full-time job. So you might have to put in a couple extra hours to become a leader. You might be using your time in different ways because you're focusing, you have your cooking classes set up, but now you're focusing on sharing the business. So you might be using your time differently, but it's really, at the end of the day, these two people did 2 or 3 cooking classes. Does that make sense? So if you want to really feel like, again, if you're good with 200, that is great. But we want to make sure that you know what's possible for technically the same amount of work, right? And please add to that, anybody. That's my hopefully simplest comparison I can give. Tiffany?
No, I think
Yeah,
so. Go ahead. I've talked a lot. You talked.
I was wondering if I think you am I looking at it wrong? Shouldn't it be 30%? Don't we earn 30% instead of 25%? Or is that including the 5%?
That's only if you reach the 2,000 QV. No, that's 33%.
Okay.
Yeah,
No,
so this probably would be 30%. This number, total commission, 25, yeah. So
that's what I was thinking.
Like I said, I knew I'd screw up something, but yeah. So this is this is a very very safe estimate of the minimum that you would make.
Yeah. Rachel, you just commented that you want to be a leader, but you haven't had luck at recruiting. So what I like to suggest is that we control our controllables. And in order to statistically get more people on your team, you need to be getting in front of more people, which means the thing that you can control is being creative with how you find new hostesses and helping them to host coach so that you're getting in front of 10 people instead of 3 people. Those kind of things are the things that we control. And then statistically, you're getting in front of more people that might be interested in the business. That's kind of my best advice for that. Any of you ladies have any other anything to add to that? You can't control what people say yes or no to, and you have to be asking people. They're not just, sometimes they fall out of the sky. It's rare. But the more people you're in front of, the more people you're asking, eventually you're going to run into these people that are going to say yes.
Yeah, I would say if that's your goal, Rachel, first of all, good for you for saying it out loud, because that's like the first step to making it happen. But then we just kind of work together on a plan to work backwards, right? We focus on what you at a minimum would be doing, and then yeah, just there is a 90-day, someone's got some loud wrestling. There's a 90-day action plan that we can share with you. But again, it's all about deciding that you want to do it, because it doesn't really just happen by accident. Deciding you want to do it and then working backwards to make it happen. So.
And I think recruiting is perennially the thing that people find the most intimidating and is the greatest challenge. So Rachel, you're not remotely alone. And we can give you a couple, I mean, like we just did, gave you a couple quick tips. Tiffany's very wise to say that it really is a numbers game, and that there's not a ton of, I mean, there is some skill involved, but it's really just, have you asked enough people or been in front of enough people? Because statistically, it's really just about that. But I think we could have, we could schedule a whole separate training dedicated to nothing but people talking through their challenges with recruiting, and us giving, talking about nothing but that, because it's probably everyone's main obstacle.
Yeah,
and dare I say that there are 2 levels to it, because you can recruit, you can get people to join, you can find people who I'm just going to call kidnappers, which I try to discourage, because then anyway, I won't go into that, but you can get people on your team, but then you want to also, you got to help them actually get off the ground. So it's kind of a twofold thing. And honestly, I would say, maybe 1 out of every 5 people or so just doesn't really ever get off the ground. Depends on how much, they want your help, how you can help them, how much they want to do it, all that stuff. So, again, still all numbers, but it is, there's 2 pieces to it.
Totally. Yeah, I think we should schedule something specifically on that. And Emily's saying she just wants more frequent trainings in general, which, I mean, we have this monthly thing, but, I mean, that's what we're here for, right? This is what we're a community, and we're here to help. So if there's a desire for more frequent trainings, we can, I'm sure, meet that need. Sorry, I'm looking.
And again, I know that your time is all valuable, and because we've been doing these once a month, which maybe isn't enough if people need more, that's probably why they're getting so long, because we just feel like we know people have lots of things they want to learn more about and get better at and things like that. So bear with us on the time, but we just, we want to wrap up with just a couple quick announcements. So the first is we have a fun challenge for all of you, and we're calling it the Switch the Six Challenge, okay? And I have a graphic, but I don't know if I want to pull it up right now. But basically, the Switch the Six set is something that we didn't have available for a while, and now it's available. It is $44 and includes 6 of our most popular items for people that are looking for, what's the best place to get started with Epicure. So we are challenging you to sell 6 Switch the Six sets by the end of November, which gives you 14 days. Alyssa's holding something up. She got the,
yeah. She has one.
Oh, she's got the box. She's got the kit. So it comes in a box. So
Hey, Alyssa, does it come with recipe cards or just like what? Yeah, we've been wondering.
here, let me unmute you. Oh, I can't.
I want to know if that card
There's
has
some-
recipes on the back or if it's just, stats on the like ingredients. Yeah.
Can you unmute or no? Okay.
There, I unmuted myself.
Mm.
Sorry, my hands are full with goodness. So yeah, they have just basically what it's made with and what it's made without,
Mhm.
and why it's a good switch. That's backwards, isn't it?
No,
Sorry.
it's-
Is it? Okay, it's backwards on mine, but
Mhm.
okay, cool. So yeah, I actually did a class the other day, was a Switch to Six class, and we did chicken fajita nourish bowls.
Yeah.
That was yummy.
Awesome.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
no one bought one though. I'm like, what the heck? Okay. Didn't.
Love when that happens.
That's okay. It was good training.
So thank you. I'm glad you have one because I don't actually have one of the sets yet. But basically, we are challenging you to sell 6, and the reason for that lucky number 6 is because when you do that, you will actually have a qualified cooking class for yourself. You can make a class with yourself as the host. If you sell 6 of them, that's going to get you at the $250, which is the minimum for a qualified cooking class. So you will make commission, of course, because you're selling. You will have a qualified cooking class. You will earn free Epicure for yourself, and you will be sharing Epicure with more people. So that's our challenge.
In month 1, you'll still get that $40 bonus on your free stuff because we have a lot of new people.
Yes. So for everybody that does that by the end of November, you will get from your leader, you will get a $5 coffee gift card of your choice, whether it's Starbucks or Caribou, whatever we can get to you. We chose those 2 because hopefully we can find those gift cards online or in stores and get it to you. So everyone will get that does the 6. Again, that's on top of your commissions and the free Epicure you're going to earn and all that. And then the person who sells the most Switch the 6 sets is going to get a $35 Target gift card. So you have to have a minimum of 6, but then again, if someone has 10, 12, whatever that number is, you will get that gift card from your leadership team. So have fun with that. And again, it's just a great set because it's a good place for people to start. And I'm sure you have lots of people who haven't bought anything yet and they've been thinking about it. It's a really great thing to offer. So
Andrea asks if we have graphics. Leah made a customer-facing graphic, and then there's also like a JPEG that we'll make sure you guys have. It's really just a shot of the Switch to 6 page from the catalog, but it's really good outline of why those 6 products in particular. So yeah, we have some resources for you to share with your customers.
Yes, thanks for reminding me. So I'll post that. And then what else? So holiday exclusives are available through end of the month or until they sell out. Keeping your momentum going through the holidays. So of course, we want you to enjoy your holidays, plan ahead. So typically for myself, I don't plan anything after December 15th. Again, you are in control of your own schedule, so you get to decide what works for you. But I try to wrap things up on December 15th. There will also be a shipping cutoff where they're, if people want things in time for the holidays, they need to order by a certain date, and that hasn't been announced yet. But, you don't want to schedule something on December 20th because no one's going to have their stuff in time for Christmas if that's what they want. And then it actually can be a really good time between Christmas and New Year's to have a cooking class because people are still in the mood to get together. It might be, have family in town. So again, this is your choice, your business, but between Christmas and New Year's can be a fun time to have one class for somebody that may be interested in that.
And that's also maybe a time to begin to shift your focus to the, the resolution stuff that's going to be coming. Everyone's going to be on that bandwagon. And the Epic Life collection, I would be surprised if Epicure doesn't do something in December, leading into January to highlight that, because I'm sure they push it pretty hard. I'm just making this up, but I would imagine they push the Epic Life collection. I would bet that that's another time that they do the start of one of their challenges. So beginning to plan ahead
For January
for that.
6th,
There
they'll
we
do another one.
Yeah, so December would be when you're selling those. If people want to start that December 6th, they've ordered it in December.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's a good point. So even though it's a busy time and you may say in your mind, well, it's December, nobody's going to want to post, be creative with your ways of getting sales and keeping your momentum going, even if it means you're not having any classes for 2 weeks or whatever it may be. And then we are going to be having a fun team event in December that we'll share more on later, but you can expect an org-wide event with all of us that want to participate together, which we'll share more in about a week or two. So, and then again, we always want to wrap up with talking about the conference. Conference is April 1st to 3rd in Vegas, so you can be registering for that. You can, if you submit 12 qualified cooking classes by the end of your first full 3 months, you can earn conference registration for free. And
which is worth like $200, right?
Yeah, a couple $100 value on that. And then, are there any looming questions that anyone wants to ask before we wrap up?
Make sure to mark your calendar for the next meeting. Was it December? Where's our graphic?
I don't have it handy.
December 16th is our next meeting like this. And then I think maybe the leader team will discuss any supplemental training we might like to throw up there that's maybe recruiting focused.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, so think about what you want to accomplish in the next 2 weeks. Again, 2 weeks left in November. And write down your goals for December. Again, like we said to Rachel, her saying out loud that she wants to be a leader, whatever your goal is for the next 2 weeks for December, you write it down. It's just much more likely to happen, and share it with somebody. Share it with your leader, your significant other, whatever it is. And we'll be here to cheer you on too. So that's what we have for you. Thank you guys for being here. And again, hopefully the recordings both work this time. But we are so just excited about all of you being here. To see 30 of you on tonight is just really exciting, even though we're all over the US. And to connect, we love hearing from you. So if you have things you want to know more, learn more about, let us know.
And yeah, look for we'll probably do a thread, I would say, in like an announcement pin thread of the challenge. Like we want to keep a friendly competition there on posting when you get sales and that sort of thing. So just stay tuned for more info on that in our group.
And actually make sure you have your notifications, if you're okay with, if you can manage, make sure your notifications are on for the Epic Force, because that really is the place where we are posting things that we are assuming that you see. It's just the easiest way to communicate with everybody. So even if you, just check it often, or have your notifications on so you don't miss what you may want to hear. So, all right. Have a good week, everybody.
All right.